Okay, guys, I'm back with another vid. So this video is going to be I would say a review video. We're not going to say a response because it's not a response. We could say reaction, but I think the word reaction is kind of getting overly saturated. So we got to figure out another word. So I figured we'll do a review. So this one, fair use, fair use. Shout out to Tracks NYC. Who knows? Maybe one day I might buy a piece of jewelry from you. We'll see when that time comes. So I'm a watch type of guy. I do like jewelry, but I'm more of a watch type of bull. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, very very soon. I definitely will be copping me a watch. So I figured, why not review on this video? And also too, he's trending right now because I guess 50 sued him due to the fact that 50 had a fire custom piece at that too, that I guess he kind of jacked and he kind of made it. He basically copied. 50 had a custom piece, and then Trax kind of jacked the same custom piece that he had and made it of his own. And I guess he's suing him. So I figured this would probably be a great video for me to low key review on and get more insight of the jewelry game. And like I said, it's trending right now, so I figure let's do this. So with that being said, grab your popcorn. This is not going to be a long video. I just want to put that out there. It is a 20-minute video. We're going to cut it to 10 minutes. Why? Because again, I'm going to need y'all to watch the videos full length through. And I'm not going to be killing myself doing long videos if I'm not getting the response or the I'm not getting the feedback that I would like. So neither here or there, we're going to watch this. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's on, shaking, roll to 1K. Let's do it. All right. And I have to edit.
Now, many of those reasons might have to be justified, and there's...
Now, before I begin the video, I've never seen this. Me and D, right? Shout out to my brother D. Now, we be talking about watches and all that. So, he be thinking I be down playing Rolex because everybody got a Rolex. Now, the only Rolex piece that I would personally get is the damn, it just slipped in it's the rose gold. The rose gold one is fire. It's a custom joint, and it goes up in value too because gold is on demand as value. As y'all know, if people that don't know, gold will always appreciate. So obviously when it comes to me, I'm looking at it from a business standpoint. When I do get the opportunity to buy watches, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna flex for sure. That's what I do. But at the same time, looking at the bigger picture, that if I cop a watch, I want to make sure I'm getting a good investment on it, and it's gonna appreciate over time. So, yeah. So I just wanted to put that out there. Rose gold. Look that up.
reasons that don't even need justification because they're sometimes too good to be true, that where you would have to just buy them. For an example, if I sold you an iPhone for $1, do you really need a reason why to purchase that iPhone? Not really. And then there's some things where it's like, I bought the most expensive car in the world. You might need a reason to justify that type of purchase. Now, if you've been staying in tune, you've seen that we just picked up a few pieces from Luxury Bazaar I picked, and my reason for picking them. So I want to start off with something a little bit more simpler. I know you see a lot of APs on my hand. I'm going to put this to the side and talk about some of the Rolexes that I picked up. A lot of you guys know Rolexes than you do about AP, so this would be an easier conversation to get into. Now, this isn't a video about going every single detail about the watch. I'm sure you guys can figure out the reference numbers and model numbers for these Rolexes, and if you want a more in-depth review and history about that watch, you can Google that, ChatGPT it. But I more so just want to go over why I picked up these pieces versus all the other inventory that's out there in the world. Rolexes are a little bit of an easier conversation just because they're more iconic, they're more known around the world.
And also too, I would assume before purchasing, if you guys, from my viewers out there, do have aspirations or look to purchase watches or anything, you know, if it's something that's gonna cost a couple of dollars, I mean, obviously you want to get insurance, warranty, just in case. You just never know. You never know what could happen. So I always play on the defense of that as well. If I'm looking to make this investment. And also too, you could finance as well, so it can help with your credit if you have bad credit. But obviously, it takes money to make money. So
Now, I want to start off with going over these two pieces right here. These are the Datejust models. I would say the most common Rolex models are the Datejust that we have over here. Now, I have one on stainless steel and I have one on two-tone. The reason why I have both of them is just so we have the option when a consumer comes in, whether they like the black diamond dial, whether they want it in a stainless steel or they wanted a two-tone. Now, the price points of this is anywhere from, if you get it in the condition that I got it, you're going to be paying closer to about 14,000. Now, if you get in a little bit worse off condition where the band is a little bit more roughed up, or it doesn't come with the original box, where it comes naked, you can start going down to the $13,000 range. The reason why I have this is because this is a bigger face, 41 millimeter, and they both have fluted bezels, so factors I like. Now, the Jubilee band is also a more common band in terms of the Datejust model is more popular, as well as the diamond dials. So a lot of the Datejust that you'll see, not necessarily, you won't come across too many with the diamond dial, especially with the black
you
diamond
know,
dial.
one thing I always say, for me personally, especially as I'm getting older, you can never go wrong with watches, bro. Never could go wrong with watches. And it doesn't have to be at this extreme. You can get you a G-Shock, a Casio, shit. I seen some fire watches. Y'all might laugh. I don't care because they fly to me. You know how they used to sell them watches in Burger King? You get them in the kids' meal. They had them little Rugrats. What else? I think Scooby Doo watches. Them Jones is fly. Fly. You gotta know how to rock it. But that's just in anything when it comes to apparel, aesthetic, all that. So, but nah, for sure.
Style. Now, this is more of a watch where you could dress up in a suit like this and have a nice little bit of flash to you without being like an overkill with custom Rolexes that have like the factory diamond bezel or all iced out. So these are pieces that a lot of consumers
Facts.
have like a $15,000 budget range for a Rolex. That's something classy, that's dressy, and you can get it in a stainless steel or two-tone model. That's the reason why I picked up these two, especially at the price point that I got it in the condition, being that it's a complete set. It's not too common, and I wanted to make sure that we had it here. So these are a little bit more about price point pieces as well. I got the Rolex Milgauss right over here. Now, the Milgauss is one of the only tool watches. Now, Rolex does have another model as well, but we call it a tool watch instead of it really being called a sports model. Now, it has a special function to it. It's a Milgauss, so it's supposed to withstand like
Vibe.
1,000 Gosses, Milgauss. And it's one of my favorite models just because it's one of the only Rolexes, or it is the only Rolex model that has a green sapphire crystal on it. So if in the light, I'm going to move it around, maybe the camera could pick it up. Now the Milgauss is only the one that has green. Now this watch has been discontinued, right? They had a blue dial available as well, and there's also a black and orange color scheme out there. So I usually stick with the black, and I just stick with the blue as well. The blue dial I didn't pick up from them just because I didn't really like the price point of it. And I know here in the Diamond District and the other network of dealers that I know, I could find it and source it for a little bit of a better price. So I stuck with the one that was the best bang for the buck in picking one up, which was this black dial. You can see them go in the range of now, in today's date, anywhere from about 10,000 to 11,000, if it's still brand new. Back in the day, I would say about 3 or 4 years ago, before they got discontinued, I was buying these all day at $7,000, $6,000, not a problem. So it's crazy to see that in 3 or 4 years, the value of these definitely did go up. But that's kind of also common with, factors such as inflation and
Appreciate it, three
whatnot.
rides.
Reason of my pick is because it's one of the only Rolexes that is
That's what I
have
was
like a
saying
tool
earlier.
function, and one of the only Rolexes with the green sapphire crystal, and also continued makes it desirable. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to add this to part of our
You
inventory
know,
for
that
the
watch
store.
is probably going to continue to appreciate over time because of the fact that they're not making those any longer. So that's actually a good investment. I would actually look into copping that. I'm not going to lie. But that wouldn't be my everyday go to watch. I would wear that, you know, a business meeting, maybe out for more business casual, I would say. I don't get that feel where I could just wear it out and flex type shit, if y'all get what I'm saying, or everyday type of go watch. But I think it's a good investment, at least from what he's saying. with the appreciation. Again, like I said, I'm only making this up to 10 minutes. I'm not watching the whole thing.
This year, but a release from
That
last
one's
year.
tough. I like that one.
And it's a GMT. GMTs, when you look at sports models, is one of the most common sports models out there. We know that with
I
the
like that one.
Pepsis, we know that with the Coke, we know that with the Batgirl, the Batman. Those are one of the most common ones. We have the root beer as well. Though those are sports models, is one of the most common sports models out there. We know that with
I could
the
rock that.
Pepsis, we
I
know that
like
with the
that joint.
Coke,
That joint's clean.
we know that with the Batgirl, the Batman. Those are one of the most common ones. We have the root beer as well. Though those are one of the most iconic sports models of Rolex. And to see a GMT on a Jubilee, it's one of my favorite things. We see that with the Batgirl. So Batgirl personally is one of my favorite models. It's also one of the GMTs that I would say sell the most. And then the second most that we sell here at Trax would be a Batman. So a GMT is definitely a good choice for a pickup. Now, in regards to this release right over here, it was the fact that it came into two-tone. So I have many GMTs on Jubilee in my showcase, but they're all stainless steel. The fact that this is a two-tone makes it really stand out from the crowd, and also the new color scheme that's black and gray. I say new because it's still recent enough to call it new, in my opinion, even though this was a year old in terms of the release. But this is a 2023. It comes full set, and also the story of why I bought it and was so keen on just saying yes right away was because of how I bought it. So if you watch back on some of our previous videos, or maybe a video that would be go out, Kev was calling the client in front of me. He had picked it up on consignment. So the client gave this to them to hold to try to sell for them. The client originally wanted 19.5, and it's been sitting with them and couldn't. So I made an offer. I'm like, can you call your client right now while I was in the middle of purchasing all the rest of the Rolexes and the APs? I was like, call your client right now.
Yo, I remember one time, right? I think we was in Jersey or we was in over here in Houston. Was it Houston? Damn. Nah, we was in Jersey. So me and D went to Livingston Mall, right? And we went to we went to the Rolex store. We was just going there just to just joke around type shit, right? So we walk in and one of the ladies happened to approach us, or we happened to approach them, and we were just telling them we were just looking around. So we were just joking, but we already knew the answer to what we were asking, but we wanted to see because sometimes when they see people like this, especially if you're not spending no bread in there, they're gonna try to play you in a way where they think you don't know what you know. So when we walked in, I think we were saying like, "Yo, do you guys any of these watches that we do look to purchase in the near future, will it appreciate?" So the lady was clearly saying that it will, when in all actuality it's not gonna appreciate. You're gonna lose bread. But again, you got to know what type of pieces you're looking to get. If it's something that you want to tap into as an investment, so you got to know what you're buying. So we were just playing around, and we just thought it was funny. Like she kind of low key lied, but obviously it's all sales at the end of the day. They're in it to make money. They're in it to sell, get the commission, do what they got to do, and we're in it to buy. But again, it's like in any industry or any field, you really need to do your research before you really make that serious investment or pay in whatever, a car, um, jewelry, anything, honestly, especially with today's economy. So I just wanted to put that in there.
Because I wanted it, offered him 17,000, and he took it on the spot, and I was like, done, no problem.
That too,
So
broker fee.
not only did I
You
get
know,
it,
my fault to cut y'all off. Another thing too, you know how like with cars, and this is another thing me and D be talking about too with cars and shit. You could, it's like in any industry, right? I can call somebody or hire somebody and be like, yo, it would be a broker. I would call a broker or hire a broker or pay a broker to help me find like the best of the best deal. And they'll obviously will get the best deal for me, but they'll get a cut from whoever they get the whatever I'm looking to purchase from. That's how they make their money, they commission. So again, it's all correlates with sales. So when it's time for me to buy a watch, I'll do my own research, but I would definitely go, it's all connection based. And I'll definitely, I'll ask my dad too, because my dad's into watches and all that. But when that time comes, I'll definitely would look to do my research, ask questions, and then see if I can find a broker to find me like the best of the best deal. And again, I'm all about good business, so healthy, good business. So if you do what's asked, I'm gonna fuck with you. I'm not gonna go to anybody else, and I will put in the work for you for my other people that might be, or people that I know that are interested in wanting to buy from you. You doing your job as a broker to help me find like the best deals, and we'll go from there. So I just want to put that out there.
At a good deal, but they didn't make money on me either because they let me just take it. They didn't take any broker fee or whatever for brokering a deal from the client. Now I'm transparent enough to tell you how much I bought it for. I bought the complete set, 2023%. And if I were to sell it to an end user, I know that selling it with a 10% margin is still under market compared to what other dealers have to offer it. So I'm letting it go for 18,700 clean. That's before credit card fees and taxes and whatnot. That's how much I would want to make on the watch, 10%. And again, keep in mind that price is still beating most of the dealers out there. This guy had it for 19.5 and it's been sitting it for 2 months. So I'm sure if it held for another 3 or 4 months waiting for the right buyer, they would have bought it at 19.5, and I'm still beating that price at 18.7. All right. So this is why I picked this up. Not only it's a showstopper in terms of the GMT world and the sports model world, but and a couple other more APs, but they sold already. Funny enough today.
Just to let y'all know, AP stands for Audemars Piguet. Just want to put that out there.
So the rest of the ones I picked up from Luxury Bazaar. Now, Luxury Bazaar also the one is APs over the course of the years. That's what I've come to learn is that they're pretty good on their AP stock. So they have a nice variety, but then again, I have to make sure that the models that I buy from them, make sense for us, make sense for who we sell to, and also that are just priced better. So
Also, too, and this is probably gonna be the last thing, and I'm gonna end the video. You also want to, how there's Carfax. You also want to do a background check before you purchase the jewelry. See if anybody was an owner prior to you making the purchase. If it's already a pre-owned or used piece. So, just a little information that I learned from just doing my little Googles and just experience when it comes to just other things outside of watches, because I haven't gotten to this level of watches, but in the near future I definitely will. Anywho, I appreciate you guys. Again, my fault with the editing and everything. It might be a little crazy after I'm done with it because of my data on my phone. I will be trying to get another phone. I think I spoke about it earlier before I had lost my other iPhone. I had two jacks. I lost one of them. But neither here nor there. Look, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to work on this video, edit it, and I'm going to send it to y'all. Yo, feel free to comment, and let's get to it, man. I appreciate y'all for supporting. I'm going to check y'all in the next video. Y'all stay blessed. Deuces. D Soon is out.